Welcome to the Cooking Healthy with Tiffany show, where we create easy meals for a healthier lifestyle. Let's eat healthy together. Hello, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm going to turn this brightness a little bit. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this week's Cooking Healthy with Tiffany show. I'm calling this the Thursday edition, okay? I'm going to call it the Thursday edition. Thank you all for tuning in today on a Thursday for a change. Thank you for being here. Please do me a favor. Please share this broadcast today. Let some other folks know that I'm here, that I exist, so all of us together can eat healthy and learn some new tips. All right. So thank you. Come on in. Yes. I'm glad to have you all joining me. Hi. I see some of my folks, my folks I haven't seen in a long time. Hi, Cassandra. Hey. Yes. Hey, Aunt Viv. I see you. Let's see. Chartarika. I think I said that right. Yes. Yes. I'm so excited to see you all here. Tonight, we're going to do one of my favorite recipes. Let me turn this volume down. So tonight, we're going to do one of my favorite recipes. Originally, I was going to do my oatmeal recipe, but I got something else I want to do instead. I was actually, got up this morning. I said, I think I want to do something from my cookbook that I haven't done in a long time. Because it's one of my favorites. It's pretty cool. And it's coming from, for those of you who don't have my cookbook, Cooking Healthy with Tiffany. If you haven't gotten it, I'll show you how you can get it later. Definitely pick it up. But tonight we're going to do the recipe on page 83. It is called, can I see it in the camera? There we go. It's called quinoa cakes. And so I want to do this one because I know some people who have the book might have seen it and like, I'm not sure about how to do this. And so I said, you know what? Let's do it. Because this recipe was actually created one day. I was going to Walmart. I was driving in my car. I said, I got some quinoa. I was like, let me see, what can I do with this quinoa that's different? And because, quinoa is a seed, actually. It's actually a great source of protein, believe it or not. It's also a great source of a good carb choice as well, a healthy carb. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put this together. And that's how the quinoa cakes came about. And so quinoa cakes can be done if you're someone who you don't eat meat. This is a perfect recipe for that because you'll also get some protein in as well. This is also a good recipe for someone who may, want something different. And so, for example, tonight I'm going to also add in, as you can see in the cookbook, at the bottom there's one that has shrimp. So I'm going to show you 2 ways this can be done tonight. And guess what? They're really good. They're healthy because they don't even have to be fried. They look fried, but they don't have to be fried. They're not going to be fried. So let's get started. And for those of you who are wondering, where to get the cookbook from, I'll make sure I'll put the information below as well. So you can do that. And thank you for tuning in tonight because you also get 10% off for tuning in tonight. But let's get started. So I'm going to show you all what we're going to do. This recipe is really easy. So if you're someone who has actually, let's say you made something for this week that had quinoa, right? But you got quinoa left over. You're like, what else can I do with this? This is going to be a great recipe for you. If you're someone who, let's say you have some spinach as well, and these are things that you have in your house, for most people a lot of times, on a regular. So for me, I always have quinoa in the house. I always have eggs hanging around because I don't eat a lot of dairy, but every now and again, I'll have some eggs here. I love sweet onions, bell peppers, things like that. And so tonight I'm putting all that together. Now, this recipe, I'm using some mozzarella cheese. If you have a dairy issue, you can use a more vegetarian or vegan type of cheese if you want to. That's non-dairy. A good one is called Chayo. I use that sometime as well. But tonight I'm going to use the mozzarella. It's a part skim, so it's a little lower in calories than the whole milk mozzarella. Don't need a whole lot. These will make you about relatively almost 10 cakes, I think. Because I did ones in advance. So you'll see that shortly, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna tilt my camera down so you can see what's on the tray tonight as far as ingredients, because I like to share what I put in everything that I do. And again, this cookbook was created because to help anyone who's on their healthy lifestyle journey. You need some really easy recipes and you don't like to spend time in the kitchen. That's me, y'all. But you want something that's tasty but healthy as well. And on top of that, you want ingredients that you don't have to go all the way out the country to find, that you can find in your local grocery store, right? So let me show you what we got today. And you'll see that everything on here, you will be able to find in your local grocery store. Okay, so what I will tell you in advance is that in order to create this recipe, let me get my camera straight. All right, here we go. So in order to create this recipe, you must cook the quinoa in advance. So in my cookbook, I have a recipe for quinoa. And this quinoa, it looks a little colorful, doesn't it? Because it has turmeric in it. So turmeric is an amazing seasoning herb. I love cooking with it. It changes the color of things. So like, for example, I use it a lot in some of my other recipes in the cookbook. So when you make the quinoa that's according to the directions in my cookbook, you're going to add about a tablespoon of turmeric to it. And I want to also encourage you to add a little bit of black pepper. So the pepper activates the anti-inflammatory properties that the turmeric actually has. So when you put those two together, you also get some health benefits in the mix, right? So you want to cook your quinoa in advance and you want to let it cool before you start mixing it together. Of course, we're adding some eggs, so you don't want the quinoa and the eggs to cook. That wouldn't be a good idea, right? It wouldn't be that great. Okay, cool. So we have our eggs. I diced up a little bit of some green onions, bell peppers, yellow, red, green are in here. And sometimes you can buy this pre-packaged and, just also scoop it. So it's about 2 tablespoons of green peppers. I have about 2 tablespoons of onions. I have about 2 cups of some yummy spinach. As we know, that's a great fiber to start. And then I have some this is my whole wheat, flour. Y'all, it's been a long day. My whole wheat flour here. I have 2 tablespoons of that. I got a little cilantro, but I don't know if I'm gonna put the cilantro in here today. I just added it there just in case I decide to. Black pepper, of course, because we're gonna also add some extra seasoning to this. And I have my Mrs. Dash that I absolutely love. No salt here, right? And then, of course, a little bit of mozzarella. And then to jazz it up a little bit, I have some shrimp here that I seasoned in advance with a little bit of Old Bay, just a tad bit, some Mrs. Dash, and some black pepper. Okay? Once again, don't forget to give me some love, give me some hearts, and be sure to share this post so we can tell other folks that I am here. Yes. And please, if you are not found the Cooking Healthy with Tiffany page, please do so that way you can stay connected to me. All right. And also gain some other recipes and giveaways that will be happening down the line. So here we have our bowl. So what I'm getting ready to do first, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my egg. Oh, how did I come to the table without my whisk, y'all? So my whisk is missing. I'm like, where's my whisk at? So I'm going to add my eggs here. Let me get my whisk ready. Almost forgot. Somebody getting ready. Today was an interesting day, y'all, getting ready. All right. So I'm going to add my eggs. I'm going to add, the recipe in my cookbook calls for 2 eggs. So I'm going to add the 2 eggs first. Now, when I did the one that you're going to see, the finished product, I actually ended up adding a 3rd one. So we're going to see how the consistency of this mixture is. And if I think I need another one, I will add another one. But the recipe calls for 2. So we're going to roll with the 2 to get started, right? So I'm going to basically add my eggs in here. And I'm just going to whisk it around a little bit. And I'm going to add my peppers. I'm going to add my peppers in here. And just to tell you, you want to make sure they're diced really fine because it does make a difference. I would have preferred them to be a little bit smaller, but y'all, today was an interesting day. So I am I have to share that after we get this thing rolling here. I'm not going to even go into that right now, but I'm glad to be here with you all. This brings me joy, being able to come before you all and actually be able to present this recipe this evening. I thank you all for being here tonight. So we're gonna make it do what it do. So I'm gonna add my eggs in here. I got my eggs. So right now I have my eggs, my bell peppers, my onions. I will sprinkle a little bit of cilantro in there. Let's put a little bit in there. Why not? Right? What the heck? It won't hurt. Okay. And so I'm gonna mix this in, and I'm gonna add my spinach. So I'm mixing my spinach in here. Yes, yes, yes. And and so it calls for 2 cups. So I'm looking at it because basically as I mix it, I'm determining how much more I'm gonna add to it. So, and sometimes I find that depending on how large the eggs are also makes a difference. And I think that's why I added the 3rd egg when I did the demo for tonight. Because, you know, I also cooked this one in advance because you have to bake it. And so for time's sake, you will see a finished product for sure. And so this one might be okay. So we'll see. But I know the other one I added a 3rd egg just to get it a little bit more. Because you want it to be kind of pasty. So I mix this in here. And I think I may want to add that other one. We'll see. We'll see. But I think this is good for now. And then what I'm going to do next, I'm going to sprinkle in some of this mozzarella cheese. Just a little bit. So I think I want that other egg, y'all. I think I do. These eggs are rather small. I'm going to add the other one. I'm going to add it in there. Here we go. And so, yeah, I like the way that's much better. And then I can add a little bit more spinach to it. Here we go. I want the smaller stems in here. Here we go. And I'm going to mix this together. So it almost looks like an omelet, right? So think of it like that when you're making this, right? Like it's almost like making an omelet. And then I'm gonna add a little more of the mozzarella cheese in there. So this is a 1/4 cup of mozzarella. So I measured in advance. So it's coming straight from the book on page, I think it's page 82, I said. And so I'm gonna mix this in there really good. I'll mix really good. Those bell peppers are still stuck together from when I cut them up earlier. I'm gonna mix this together. Here we go. And then what I'm gonna do now, I have 2 cups of quinoa. So what I'm gonna do is slowly put the quinoa in there. So I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna slowly add the quinoa. So it's just like 10 cups. And I want to make sure it's crumbled up in there good because I want to be able to make these cakes, these patties, these cakes. Sometimes we call them patties, sometimes we call them cakes. But I want it to really come together really nice. And so I'm going to mix this together now. Now, when I make the quinoa, I actually use bay leaves. They go bay leaves. I'm going to take that bay leaf out of there. And so I'm going to pretty much mix this together. So I want the mixture to be well mixed in, really good. And so I probably have to add some more here, the rest of it, because it's 2 cups. So 2 cups of quinoa. You want to toss it really good, mix it in there really, really good. I'm going to probably put my little plastic gloves on in a minute because I want it to be, it's a little messy. So it can be pasty. So it should be pasty because you're going to have to mold these. So keep that in mind, okay? That you're going to mold these. And so you want to continue to mix it because you want to be well mixed together. Okay? So I'm gonna move this cutting board over because I want to see what we're gonna do next. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of black pepper to this. Just a little something. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more of my Mrs. Dash seasoning. This is no salt, so I can sprinkle like I want to. And you can and be sure to season your quinoa. So you can put your favorite no salt seasonings on your quinoa when you put it in I like to cook my quinoa in a rice cooker. So be sure to put it in a rice cooker if you can. If not, but just make sure you season it so that way everything blends in and tastes really well when you put everything together. And then what I'm gonna do last, I'm gonna take my 2 tablespoons of whole wheat flour and I'm gonna mix that in here. Okay? And I'm going to mix that together. And so as you can see, it's getting pasty, right? So I have the eggs. So I think because of the size of these eggs, that the 3 eggs was a good idea from earlier. So I did it again today. So you see how that's looking? So now it's looking kind of pasty, which is going to be perfect. So that when you get ready to roll these bad boys to make them into your cakes, Yep. This is good. This is good. All right. So I'm going to get the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to get these ready for baking. And so let me move this stuff off the side. I'm going to put on my little gloves here because it's going to be a little messy. And I won't be able to touch nothing. So I'm going to slide this over. I'm going to get my shrimp because I'm going to fold some shrimp into this. So I want to get the shrimp ready. So we're going to do that. Let me see here. Let me slide this on this side. Hold on one second, y'all. And there we go. And I'm going to get so I have a baking sheet that y'all going to see here in a second. And I'm going to show you all how I'm going to do this. So I've sprayed it already with some olive oil cooking spray. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these into patties, cakes, however you want to. And you'll see I'm gonna make them into like little balls. So like I said, it's a little messy, so I like to use gloves for this. And then I'm gonna take some of them and I'm gonna put shrimp in them. So I'm gonna set these shrimp right over here, and I'm gonna show you how to do it in a minute. So what I'm gonna basically do is take the quinoa, because like I said, it should be pasty, and I'm gonna roll it almost like a meatball. You see that? And I'm gonna place it on the cookie sheet. Or the cooking sheet, yeah, the baking sheet. I'm gonna do another one. And this one here, I'm gonna take one of my shrimp and I'm gonna fold it into it. And I'm gonna fold it over. Watch this. So like, I don't fry stuff. So this is a good, like to psych my mind out that I'm eating some breaded shrimp almost. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I'm gonna place it on the sheet. Then I'm gonna get another one. Do the same thing. I'm gonna repeat this process. And I'm going to put it on the sheet. Real easy. I mean, if you have kids that you want to have cook with you, this would be something really cool for them to do with you as well. And I'm just going to fold it into, like I said again. And I'm going to put it on my cooking pan here. Boom! There we go. Y'all see that? When I get done, I'll bring the pan a little closer so you can see how they all look on here. Now, I did this earlier on I have a crisper that I use sometimes, but I didn't like the fact they left so many imprints. Like it actually, it was a little messy cleanup with the pan. I was like, the cakes came out well, but I didn't like the way I got to clean up that pan. So I was like, yeah, I'm going back to my sheet like I did originally. So again, for those people just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. And please do me a favor and help me get tell when I'm here. I normally do my show on Wednesdays. Today is a treat today because yesterday I had an emergency, so I had to change the time. But my show is normally on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. So I'm just here for on Thursday just because I had to make a change because I want to make sure that I still delivered this week. And I'm going to stick this shrimp in here. Y'all see that? Shrimp is in there. Folding it over. Molding it over. And so be sure to share this broadcast so we can encourage other folks who are looking to do different things that are more healthier options. And so this one made 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 quinoa cakes. 8 quinoa cakes. And so I'm going to show you all. So here's what they look like. Now if they're ready for so I already preheated my oven. So you'll see that in the cookbook too on page 82. It tells you to preheat the oven to 375 degrees. So I've done that already. So now what I'm about to do is put this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. Can y'all see that? Let me see, get a little closer. 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm going to put these in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. But of course, I'm not going to have y'all sit here for 20 to 25 minutes and wait on me. But I will, I'm going to show you the finished product. So let's see here who's joining me. Let's see. I'm going to get ready to show you the finished product. So one of the things, thank you, Brooklyn on me. So one of the things I want to tell you about is that with this particular meal, like I said, the quinoa is a seed. It's an amazing. I discovered quinoa because I was looking for an alternative to, hi Carla. I was looking for an alternative to brown rice. I was just tired of brown rice. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something different. And so I started to get into the quinoa, and then I started getting creative with the quinoa. Of course, it's a great source of protein. So now that we have already made our quinoa cakes. And I'm going to put my timer on here for 25 minutes or so. What I want to show you is how you can enjoy the quinoa cakes and what you can pair them with. So I like to have them with a salad. And so I've already chopped up a salad for tonight. I'm going to show this to you all. I actually have a salad here. As you can see, I'm going to tilt my camera back down. And then I have some quinoa cakes that I made in advance. And these actually have been in the oven for a minute. So I'm going to show you what these look like on a plate, actually. And then I'll tilt the camera down for you to see. So I had them in my warmer. And so they had a chance to really get a little crispy. And I have some that have shrimp, just like the ones I just showed you all. And some that don't. So if you may not eat shrimp. And so I'm going to just show you what they look like. But they've been a little crisper. So these are a little bit more browner than they normally are. But they're cool. Y'all ready to see what it looks like? So while those are baking, I'm going to show you the finished product. And you can dip them in like I have like a sauce that I made. Trying to make things that are not necessarily processed, like how a lot of things we buy in the store. A low-calorie dressing, if you want to, is really good on it if you want to try something like that. Or you could do them without. Or if you like me, sometimes you want some kind of like sauce, you can do a dip where you can dip them in some sauce. But all those will work. And so, yeah, barley probably would be another grain. I have to try that one. Absolutely. So let me show you what it looks like. So this is what they look like once they are done. So like I said, they have the shrimp stuffed in them. And so these are the ones without the shrimp. And so if I break these up, and pretty much, if I break them up, you see all you see the cheese that's in it as well. The cheese, I can see some of the cheese in there. This one has shrimp. So this is the shrimp already baked up in the quinoa cake. I'm gonna eat this one, y'all. And so this has shrimp in it. And they taste absolutely delicious. And then I have them with a salad. And so, and I made this my own little creamy balsamic vinaigrette dressing that I put together. And so basically you want to get creative. One thing I always say, that healthy food doesn't have to be boring. Sometimes people think that food, because it's healthy, it can't taste good. Oh no, healthy food can taste good. And that's one of the reasons why the cookbook was created, because I wanted to be able to show people like, hey, if I can cook this, you can do this too. You can check out some of these recipes and actually try them, because the idea behind it was to help ordinary folks like us who just want to eat healthier. We're on these health and wellness journeys, and we want to find new options, because sometimes if you get bored with the chicken, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of chicken. I can't even do chicken right now. And so I wanted something different. And then every now and again, I'll do a little bit of seafood. But the quinoa cakes that don't have the shrimp in it are probably the ones I would probably eat more of, because I do a lot of meals that don't include meat or seafood. So this is a great option. And so once again, this particular recipe is on page 83 in the cookbook. It's called quinoa cakes, and they're, as you've seen this evening, they're very easy to make. It took me no time to mix them together. But I do want to tell you, make sure you cook the quinoa in advance, and it should be white quinoa, the original. And then you can color it with the turmeric and a little bit of black pepper, and so that way you'll get that that look, that almost like a baked or fried look to it. And so it's kind of like tricking the mind. And so yes, hey Steph, I see Steph from Connecticut. How you doing, Steph? I see Danielle is here. So yeah, I thank y'all for joining me tonight. And so tonight, I just want to make sure that I came through. I believe in keeping my word. Like I said, normally I'm here on Wednesday. So join me on Wednesdays. If you're on Facebook, go to my Facebook page and definitely like the Facebook page. You'll see Cooking Healthy with Tiffany on Facebook. Follow. There are going to be some giveaways coming soon, some new upcoming events. If you're looking to spend an afternoon with me cooking a meal, that's coming soon. So definitely follow the page so that way you can stay connected with me. And wait a minute. But now if you want to grab some recipes, because I do have some recipes. So let's see here. You can go to if you go to tiffanydkelly.com/cook with me, you're gonna get one of my other recipes. It's a free download. It'll come to you to your email. It's a shrimp honey mustard shrimp recipe, and on top of that, I'm gonna be sending out the 2 recipes that I cooked for the first 2 episodes. So because they were both new recipes. So the first recipe is the one I did on episode 1, the breakfast apple smoked turkey patties. Yeah, I may want that one. And then the other one is the one from last week, which was the stuffed mushrooms. So you don't want to miss out on those. So I haven't sent it out yet. So if you want to grab those as well, so you get 3 free recipes coming from me, go and join the email list. Make sure you actually confirm everything so that you don't miss the email when it comes out, because I want to make sure you get these and try it. Cook them, take pictures, tag me, inbox me if you want to know if you get stuck or you need some help. And that goes with any other recipe in this book. Because people inbox me or email me at any time that you are have questions about the recipes, you can always inbox me or email me at cookinghealthywithtiffany@gmail.com, and I will answer and support you and guide you through it if need be. And then I'm going to invite you to come on and join the cooking class so you can learn some more stuff. So definitely go there and grab the free recipes. Again, the cookbook you can get at daretolovyou.com. You can see the cookbook. /dearloveyou.com. Use the code COOK and get 10% off tonight. Use the code COOK and get 10% off tonight. And then I also will personalize and actually autograph it for you. So please don't miss out. Don't miss out. So I'm still shipping books out that have been autographed. I haven't stopped autographing yet. So hop on that, grab your copy, get a few gifts for friends. If you're looking to do a cooking party, hey, do that too. So, and that's I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna check on these quinoa cakes in the oven. In the meantime, I want you all to quickly check out this that I have going on right now. Y'all ready? Here we go. Not really a cook, but looking to learn how to prepare easy, healthy meals while having some fun? Book your Cooking Healthy with Tiffany online cooking party. Invite your family, friends, coworkers, or hey, make it a corporate event or after work fun session. It's up to you. Cooking healthy doesn't have to be boring. For more information, go to tiffanydkelly.com/events and book your party today. Let's eat healthy together. Well, I'm sorry. I got busted. I was eating. Thank you all for having me. Being here and having me share with you all today. These are good, y'all. And those shrimp. Okay, so let me tell y'all. I just did something. So I made this salad dressing, right? And so this salad dressing, it's a veganese, and I mixed it. I made my own balsamic vinaigrette dressing for my salads. And so last night I was like, I want something creamy on my salad. And so what I did was I took some vegan mayonnaise basically, because they didn't have any eggs and stuff like that, and some of the dairy stuff messes with my stomach. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this. And so I mixed a little bit of let me show y'all this. This ain't even a part of tonight's show. So I made my own balsamic vinaigrette salad dressing, and I mixed some of it inside the veganese. I got me a creamy balsamic vinaigrette dressing now, y'all. And I actually dipped some of it with the quinoa cakes, and it tastes pretty good. So I don't know, I may be onto something, y'all. Maybe onto something. So, but I'm excited for this new season of Cooking Healthy with Tiffany. Please tune in next week. Everybody type in the comments Wednesday. We're back at our normal time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live. I'm actually now streaming to YouTube. So hey, to all my YouTube followers, go to YouTube and follow me. It's a pretty new channel. I haven't pushed it as much, but I just want to make sure that people are really learning new ways to eat healthy. So let's eat healthy together. Let's do this together. We're on this journey together, right? And so definitely tune in next Wednesday. So next Wednesday is going to be a special episode, because for this particular season, my goal every month is to have a special guest come on and cook, and I get to interview them and ask them questions. So yes, next Wednesday, you don't want to miss it at 7 p.m. My childhood best friend, Michelle Cox, she is going to be coming to cook with me. Michelle is a cook as well, and she has a treat for y'all. Really, it's a treat. And so we're going to have her come on next week. So she will be our special guest for the month of April. So don't miss out. Please make sure you are going to join, share this broadcast, tell folks about us, invite them to like the Cooking Healthy with Tiffany Facebook page, invite them to the YouTube channel, because next week, Michelle and I are going to be hanging out together. She's going to be cooking, and you get to hear some of this. We get to have discussions around us growing up. We're talking about 38 years. Everybody type in the comments 38. We're talking about 38 years of friendship. And so, we have stories for days, but I'm just so excited to be able to have her come on the show and cook and share what she's doing in terms of food, because she's a boss with some food, y'all. And so I can't wait. So with that being said, again, I thank you all for joining tonight. If there is, if you have any questions, any recipes you may want me to check out, that you may want me to actually do on the show, if there's one in my book that you're looking for me to do and you're curious about, you want to see me actually do that recipe live, send me an email, cookinghealthywithtiffany@gmail.com, and I will be glad to actually cook that recipe on one of our upcoming episodes. So with that being said, I appreciate you all for being here tonight. Please take care of yourself. Make sure to tune in next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. for the Cooking Healthy with Tiffany show, episode number 4. Again, we're on this journey together. Listen, it's not easy in terms of, when you just make that decision to cook, to eat healthier, to get in shape, to lose weight. It's not always an easy task, but together we're stronger. So tune in each week and gain new tips. And at the same time, send me questions to my email so I can answer them on the show. If you have questions you're thinking about and you want to say, hey, I wonder what Tiffany thinks about this, send me an email, cookinghealthywithtiffany@gmail.com. And I'll be glad to answer those questions on one of my live shows or the upcoming live show if you send it in time. So again, feel free to do that. So that way we're helping each other. We're supporting each other along this journey. Listen, I didn't do this by myself. I didn't lose over 80 plus pounds on my own. I had a lot of help, and I still have help. Trust and believe that. So I want to really encourage you to connect with me, follow me. I'm going to connect with you, and I promise you I won't leave you hanging. So let's do this. All right. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. See you all next week on Wednesday at our regular time at 7 p.m. And I'll see y'all then. In the meantime, be well and be safe. Thank you for tuning in to this week's Cooking Healthy with Tiffany show, where we create easy meals for a healthier lifestyle. Till next time, please take care of you, because if you don't take care of you, you can't take care of anyone or anything